name is Becca Feeken. I run a blog called AmazingPaperGrace.com where step by step I show you how to make things. So today what we're making is a gatefold card. This is a Christmas gatefold card. It's very easy to make. I'm showing you the inside right now. Now I showed this one on my blog on July 10, 2013, and the link is below. And today this is the gatefold card that I'm showing on my blog just to show you how you can change it up. It's a very versatile design, and I'm going to show you how to make it. So let's get started. Now, I will tell you that on this design, I let the bow be free. On traditional gatefold, there's usually a belly band or some way to tie it closed. If you like, you can simply follow the directions and don't use the ribbon, and at the end you can tie your ribbon around. There are a couple different options for you, so let's get started. We're going to use a couple of die cuts. These are Spellbinders Gilded Gate 2, and then also we're using a new Spellbinders die template called Creative Flake 5, and you're going to need to cut one of every piece. And then you're actually going to need to double up, and the largest snowflake you'll cut twice. You'll also need one additional shape. I'm using Spellbinders Decagon, but you can also use a circle or anything else from your stash. So we'll get started by cutting a piece of paper that's 8.5 inches by 11 inches tall. Cut it in half. And that's going to actually give you two pieces of paper that are 4.25 inches wide by 11 inches long. And then I need you to cut just a mere 1/4 inch off of the left edge of the paper, leaving you with 10 3/4. So you're going to need to score, and your first score line is at 1 3/4 inch and at 4 3/4 inch. And you'll need to do this for both pieces of paper. So again, it will be at 1 3/4 inch and 4 3/4 inch. And so you'll go ahead and you'll bend along the fold line and fold back. That's going to be the left side of your gatefold. You'll do the same with the right side of the card, where you'll bend over and you'll bend it back. And then you'll take and you'll just slide these two together so that they don't touch in the center. And then you'll flip them over so that you can glue them. So just set them down, hold them in a secure place, and run your adhesive gun. I've already done one, so coming back, this is what it will look like. So the next thing we need to do is we need to cut two pieces of red cardstock. These are 1 3/4 inches by 4 1/4 inch. And so you'll go ahead and you'll glue one to each side of the gatefold card. And so I've done that on both sides of mine. Now for the next step, we need to take the Gilded Gate die template and we need to glue one gilded gate to each side of the card. Now for that, I use glossy accents. It dries clear, and all you do is just squeeze a little bit on and put it in place so that it can dry. It gives you just a couple of minutes to move things around so that you can adjust them, and then just push it down and hold it in place to make sure you have a secure bond. For our next step, we're going to work on the second tier, and you're going to adhere two pieces of paper, and then we're also going to take care of the back, but we have ribbon that gets sandwiched in between. So you're going to need two pieces of paper for each side. For the red sheet of paper, it will be cut to 2 7/8 inches by 4 1/8 inch, and the cream 2 3/4 inches by 4 inches. So then you'll go ahead and adhere them. They'll look like this. Then we're going to reach for a length of ribbon and some score tape, and we need to put the very aggressive score tape on the back of these because they're going to hold our ribbon in place securely. So you'll put two pieces of score tape, one on each side, and then you'll actually go ahead and glue with your regular runner. Now this is something we're going to have to lay in place, and then we'll have to pick the edge up later. So lay your project out so that the back side is face up. Then we're going to take score tape and put it in the center and remove the release tape. Then you're going to take your length of ribbon and you're going to seat it on that tape. So now you'll see how we'll put the panel in place and we'll tuck our ribbon behind so it gives it a neat appearance. You'll just adhere it along one edge, and there's score tape along the right edge. You'll make sure your ribbon is in place. You'll tuck it behind, the score tape catches, and then the rest of the adhesive will hold it down. So you'll do that on both sides, and this is what you'll get. Next, to finish the back, you need a piece of cardstock that is 4 3/8 inches tall by 6 1/8 inch wide, and just apply with your glue runner glue to all four sides, and then center your card and adhere. And that will actually finish the back side of the card. So now we're moving on to the inside. So for the inside, you need a length of ribbon that will span the entire design. And we're going to do the same thing where we're going to glue it down in select places with the score tape. So you'll put score tape in the center, remove the liner, and adhere your ribbon to the score tape. You're going to want to put score tape in each of the three panels, the center, left, and right. And then you'll take the ribbon on the end and you'll thread it through the opening at the top of the gate, and you'll do that on both ends. Flip your project over to the back, and on the ends where you had pulled through the ribbon, the end needs to fold around. There needs to be a piece of score tape underneath the panel that we laid in place, and then your ribbon will tuck underneath that panel onto the piece of score tape, and then you can lay the panel back down. Do that on both sides, and the back is totally finished. So now flip over to the inside of your project, and we're going to finish it with these magnetic discs strategically placed. They're going to help us keep the flaps closed. We're going to use 8 discs. They'll be in stacks of 2, and you'll apply them with glue dots. There'll be a glue dot to hold it in place and a glue dot on top. And once you have them in place, you can close your flaps and you'll press, and when you open it, the magnets will be in the place they need to be so that the flap will stay closed. Then we're going to take a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/8 inch by 5 7/8 inch, and we'll place it over the magnets in the center, and that's the center inside of our card. We're also going to place the panels to the left and right. They are embossed, and they are 2 7/8 inch by 4 1/8 inch. And that's what we have here. So that finishes the shell of the card. Now I'll show you how I assembled the inside. I made a 1-inch strip and clipped off the ends of it for a banner, and I stuck it down with glue dots. I stuck the 2 largest snowflakes together and put a gem on top. And then I picked the other 3 tiny snowflakes and just placed them inside where it looked appealing. So now we'll move to the front side of the card. We have the large snowflake and we have the decagon or a circle if you need. I place foam tape on the back just to give the snowflake a little bit of lift off of the red decagon, and then that will in turn be stuck to the left front side of the card using foam tape. Just put the foam tape on the left side of the gatefold, and then you'll stick your decagon on top, and just make sure that it lines up. And you can see that that kind of holds the two flaps down. Now, this is a bow that I tied with Becca's Bow Maker. You can check that out on the sidebar of my blog. Two double bows, and I love adhering bows with hot glue. So I put a little bit of hot glue on the back, and then I can just touch that and lower it into place. And then the only thing that's remaining is a Bazil crystal button. So I have a red one, and it's easy as it is. I also put that on with hot glue gun. So just a touch of glue to the back. Love my glue gun, love. And our card is done. If you like, this is optional, you can get some tiny pearls and embellish the front, and then just flex the card to make sure that it moves freely and nothing catches, and that your magnets catch. And I hope you enjoyed this. It's a card that I'll use again and again because it's once you get it down pat, it's pretty easy. So thanks so much for joining me, and